How you
Cool.
doing, Gary?
Hey, Gary, how are you?
Another Jew.
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Shalom, doing well.
Good,
so,
man.
I
He's
remember,
Jewish?
well, it's good to hear from you again. You got the Trump hat on. You had previous beef with Adin over here, and I think it'd be good to squash it. You know, new start, first stream on Kick.
I mean, by the way, congratulations on the Kick deal, brother.
Yes, thank you.
We tried to get something done like that last year. Didn't work out. I'm happy you did this year.
Finally, it took some negotiating and it took some process, but the fellow Adin
I'm
over
sorry.
here.
This Jew couldn't get it done for you. I'm happy one did.
One Jew had to get it done. Thanks, Gary. But what was your previous argument about? You know, I don't like to see beef between people that I like.
Well, let me just go ahead and first start things off, Gary. You know, I hope all is well. And you know, at the time when you and I went into a space and started arguing, I want to let you know at that time I was using drugs. I just want to make that very clear. I've been sober for a very long time now. We just leave it in the middle. And I hope all's been well with you. I actually recently said maybe like 3-4 days ago that I would actually like to speak to you again. So I didn't even know until today, but I'm glad SNEAKO has you on Discord. You know, the numbers game really makes sense to me. And it's funny, Gary, I'm just going to go ahead and leak this online right now.
Uh-oh.
You put a curse
brother.
on me, but you released it, but you put a curse on me.
A hex?
And when this hex happened, Gary, I wasn't really making a lot of money at that time. I was losing everything. I'm with money.
Dude, you really believe that?
I believe it. And I believe it. But hold on a second. He released the curse, and I promise you, that's when I started making money.
Do I have the nose emote in here yet? Because that's some Jewish the way.
Well,
he put a hex on you and you lost money?
I want to make it clear. Hold on a second. There's 3 Jews. You're Jewish.
I'm not
Jewish.
Jewish.
He's,
Gary,
you are
Jewish.
How he
You
is
are
Jewish, bro?
His
How is nigga
father
Jewish?
is 40% Jewish.
He's just lying like Jews do.
Okay,
that's
let
not
me just
true.
say this. Let me just say this, guys. Now, from the traditional Jewish standpoint, you're supposed to go off your mother.
The mother, we know
and my
that.
mother is not Jewish. But I want to make this clear. And if this was Nazi Germany, Hitler would have put me in his camp. So I am Jewish.
Wait, is your mom is Christian?
What a logic,
something
bro.
like that, man.
Oh, okay, so you're fine, but yeah.
But it's in the blood.
Maybe.
It's in the blood, brother. It's in the blood. Honestly, it's right here.
So what is the hex? Is that Kabbalah? Like, how does that
Well,
work?
let me just finish what I was going to say real quick before you talk about even the hex. So, Gary, I wanted to apologize to you for the past. I hope we can leave it behind us, and I hope that you and I can have a good conversation because I've been wanting to conversate with you. I didn't know he was going to do this. If SNEAKO did this or not, I still wanted to find time to speak with you, whether it was on stream or off stream. It was 100% real. You put this little curse on me. I'm not going to call it a little curse, but you put a hex on me or something. I wasn't making any money for a long period of time.
I would have been lying.
And then, Gary, you released the hex, and all of a sudden, I noticed.
Ask me why.
Why'd you release it?
You were a Trump supporter, baby. If you're a Trump supporter, baby, everything's out the door. I had problems with Bryce Hall, too. I saw he was a big Trump supporter, all squashed. Everyone who's a Trump supporter I had beef with, all squashed except for Elon Musk. Everyone else, we're squashed.
I love it.
So, and again, here's what happened, Aiden. I was Zerka's manager at the time, and I got a content house. SNEAKO knows about this. And basically, your Aiden's loyals had that place swatted. I was pissed, bro, because now the content house that I spent money on is done because I can't do anything there anymore. It was in Sunny Isles. And I mean, you know, honestly, I should have I got like an apartment and done the podcast out of, you know, because it's a lot safer out of apartments. But, you know, I wasn't happy. I got this place in Sunny Isles. All of a sudden, it was swatted. I couldn't use it anymore, so I was pissed. So that's where it came from.
Very valid, man. Very, very valid. The swatting stuff now, I can tell you, has died down in the communities. We have new.
Yeah, it has.
We have new. Yeah, it has. We have new. You know, kind of new rules that we stick to. You know, I had to speak with maybe like the 3rd or 4th most powerful person at X. Basically, when I wanted to get my community reinstated, they basically told me you need to calm that shit the f down. So that's what we've been doing. And I do want to apologize on behalf of our loyals. It's still representation of me. I apologize to you, man. That's wrong. And at that time, if I wasn't so head up my ass, and I was just down to conversate with you like we are now, you know, the beef could have been avoided. But hey, man, everything happens for a reason.
That's all I wanted to do, brother. That's all I wanted to tell you. Like back then, I was like, listen, rein your community in. I'm not sure if you remember this, but we talked on X, and I was like, dude, you got to rein these guys in.
Yeah.
And I see you done that. I see you done that. And by the way, congratulations for getting off lean, brother. That's not something you want to with.
Definitely not. It's something that, you know, opens up a big holes, dark holes, and a bunch of things. Yeah, man, the drug stuff can get bad. And, you know, it affects your whole life. Whenever you start doing drugs, it affects everything. It's not just one thing. It'll affect everything. It affects relationships, affects everything. You know, that's part of my 61-day break that I took. Now, you're a numbers guy. I want to ask you, theoretically, why did I take a 61-day break? And what does the number 61 mean?
Well, 61 is more a 7, which is loner energy.
Oh, I don't
where you
believe
gotta
in
be more
numerology,
time to
bro.
yourself and things of that nature. You'll notice that a lot of the smarter people in life are 7s, so you basically have to do a lot of reflecting. But, you know, anyone could say that's a cold reading, so I don't really want to go into that. Let's talk about the numbers that matter. Your birthday. I believe it's 10/11/2000.
Yes, sir.
Wait, you believe in the numerology?
I'll tell you what. I did not believe in this numerology stuff until that hex. I'm telling you, that's where I started to believe it.
Okay, so basically, a lot of people want to know why you made it, and a lot of people didn't, because you did change the game. I know, respect for what you did, but a lot of things has to do with you being born on the 11th. 11 is a master number in numerology. Even SNEAKO will admit that Joe Rogan's the #1 podcaster, and he's born on the 11th. Logan Paul, another guy who came out of nowhere, he's an 11 life path. I Show Speed is another 11 life path. Michael Jordan, Barack Obama, these are 11. So people who are 11s have that charisma factor.
I don't know why.
And when you have that charisma,
I know,
all of
you're
a sudden
nodding
people,
like this is.
No, it is real.
all of a sudden,
again, I thought it was bullshit, Gary. I thought it was bullshit. But when you put that hex on me, I was making $0. Yeah, I was getting paid, but I would lose it to gambling.
Wait. What's $0 to you?
Well, I wasn't.
You know that does not mean $0.
I think crypto crashed, and just all these factors happened, Gary. So I'm not going to sit here saying I don't believe in numerology when I think it's facts, because I've seen it. When you put that hex on me, I didn't have it.
Listen, brother, I get pissed sometimes, man. It's all off. I put it off. You didn't ask me to put it off. I just saw that Trump hat on you. I saw you supporting Trump. And I'm going to tell you another thing that really bothered me, and you want me to keep it real with you, right?
Yes, sir.
I didn't like that homosexuality, those jokes, all that other stuff. I think that's a negative on the youth, and that's another reason I came after you.
I stopped doing that. SNEAKO could tell you, like, the gay.
No, he didn't. He literally walked on stream and started humping the chair.
No.
That's the first thing you did on the stream.
If I could tell you this, it was a 10 out of 10 the past few years. What would you say it is now, the gay acts I do? And be honest. Don't lie. Be 100%.
You know what's funny, Gary? Off camera, he doesn't do any of the gay shit. He doesn't.
I know.
He acts like a normal guy and all this. The camera turns on and then the fruit starts to, I don't know what it is.
It's not even the fruit. It's not the fruit. Even on camera, I'm going to tell you right now that I am in no way, gay, shape, or form gay. Gay jokes, they're not as bad as they used to be. No, for real, they're not. I'm getting older.
No gay shape.
I'm getting older. It's straight up gay, and I don't do it.
And let me tell you something, brother. As long as you're Trump and you're not with that gay nonsense, I'm not with this Islam stuff that SNEAKO does either. But that's a lot better than what was going on before, man. At least
Gary.
It's not being degenerate.
Gary, what do you disagree with when it comes to Islam?
Brother, let me tell you something. I don't believe an illiterate man wrote one of the greatest books in human history. Okay, so we can stop the crap that Muhammad wrote the Quran. Yeah, Muhammad did not write the Quran.
No, he didn't.
That's true. Bro.
How does the illiterate man write one of the greatest books in human history?
He transcribed it. He didn't write it.
Exactly. So
it was
another thing that bothers me.
Other people were writing it down. He didn't write it.
Okay. Well, a lot of people claim he did.
Another
thing is, SNEAKO, I kind of confronted you at Fresh and Fit's studio about this, but you've been very anti-Trump, and I don't like that.
It is bull. I don't like that either. Gary, I want to step in really quick. Let me just say this. The Trump Kamala thing is bull. He's got, whether it's him or whoever it is saying the pro-Israel, pro-Palestine, brother, all presidents are going to obviously side with Israel. No matter what they say or do, we can't stop it. Like,
that's
do
right.
I agree with what's going on? Like,
Stick
innocent
out
people
up there.
dying? No, I don't. But at the end of the day, if you vote Kamala, it's going to be way worse. She's going to have way more wars than Trump would ever have.
Who said I'm voting for Kamala?
You just said that, not you, but you and Nick like to say that Kamala is better than Trump. That's
not really. Not really.
Let me make this abundantly clear. There's not one thing you can name that Kamala is better on anything that she's better than Trump.
Not one
Trump
thing.
is not the perfect candidate. He is not the perfect candidate. He is our only choice.
Correct.
That's why I have this on. He is our only choice. And by the way, for every Muslim listening, It says in the Hadith and it says in the Quran, you cannot let a woman rule over you.
Is that true?
It doesn't
You
say that in the
cannot
Quran.
allow a
It doesn't.
woman
Hold
to
on,
rule
hold on,
over you.
Gary. It doesn't say that in the Quran. There's hadith where it says like woman rulers. That's a path to destruction. I'm not saying that Kamala's better, but I'm
Dolo
tired of
SNEAKO.
having undying allegiance to Zionist-owned politicians. I'm done with it. The guys there, like,
They own both of them, bro.
okay, but
let me tell
that's
you
not.
something.
I'm not going to have
Camilla-
undying allegiance to people that are owned. I want somebody who's going to drain the swamp, not be part of it, not
Yeah,
contribute.
good luck. Good luck, bro. You got to whatever is at the dinner table. That's what you got to eat. You can't be like, oh, I want this and this. It's whatever's in front of you. Trump is in front of us. So I'm gonna make this clear. Trump isn't trying to take our guns away. Kamala is. Trump isn't trying to
The guns
push
are gonna go away if Kamala
homosexuality.
gets
She
elected.
wants
Trump
to do
is
a
not trying to
buyback.
That's
push
not gonna happen.
But she wants to do a
He's
buyback.
not trying to push feminism. Kamala is. We need to stop the games. Trump
Facts.
is not a perfect candidate, but
Facts.
he needs to be president of the United States, period.
Facts.
We need to... SNEAKO, listen, I like you. You're my boy and everything. But we need to cut the games and say, listen, I don't like Trump, but I'm going to vote for him
You
because
gotta
I have
start
no
saying
choice.
that.
That's
I'm
what
not
you need
gonna.
to say
I'm
to
not
your
gonna
audience.
show undying allegiance to people that are shaking hands with Netanyahu like this and that are owned by Miriam Adelson that are getting
They're
donors
both
by
owned.
genocidal people. I'm not gonna show allegiance to these people. I think
Okay,
he's
let me
better
ask
than.
you this.
I agree what you're saying. I think he's better than Camilla, whatever her name is. But to say that I have to vote for this person is incorrect. But Gary, I'm glad you were able to squash it. I have to get a couple more calls in. We should do this another time. I appreciate you coming on.
All good. Adin, remember, you're born on the 11th. You're old soul, man. Learn what this means. And one more thing. Get my boy Myron on, man. You flaked out on his not going to
I'm
a
about to call
studio,
him
man.
right
Coming
now.
on right now.
Right now.
Hey,
All
Gary,
right.
I'm gonna unblock you on Twitter, and we're gonna speak. You and I will speak.
Brother, I've had so many Twitter accounts. It's funny. You
Gary,
can
can you
find
put
me
it
now
on
at
him so he doesn't get lazy?
Wait,
Let him
turn
get
out.
broke again and he
You
can make
will
good
unblock,
content
bro.
again.
Hold on, Gary. What's your Twitter?
Define GG OG.
What is it?
Define
No, I'm
GG
sorry.
OG?
That's my old one. I'm confused.
Forget
Text
about
it to
that,
me.
bro.
GG33OG.
GG3.
GG33OG.
Thanks, Gary.